Hello, Facebook friends. I am here today with the final installment of the verbal verbs of Jesus. It's just a short little verb today. Actually, there's two found in Mark chapter 16, verse 15. And Jesus has two verbs for us. He says, go and preach. Go and preach. Go means exactly as it says. As you're on the move, as you are going, as you are moving, go. And while you are on the go to wherever you're going, make sure that you are preaching. That word is to proclaim. We often think, well, I'm not a preacher. I can't do that because that's for the one in the pulpit. But Jesus doesn't say only if you're called to preach can you preach. It's a different thing. This is referring to any of us who are followers of Jesus. If we are fixing our eyes on him, if we are disciples of his, then we are to go and to proclaim the good news, to let people know who Jesus is, that we should live a life that encourages them to grow in their relationship, that we should live in such a way that challenges others in their relationship with the Lord, and then also that we live in such a way that we influence others to live as He intends. I am looking forward to coming back in just a couple of weeks where we're going to do a Facebook Live Advent series. Advent is the type of preparation before Christmas. And so for a few weeks before Christmas, I will be right here once a week with some thoughts on the coming of Christ. And I will share with you then what that series will look like. Let me talk about the STAND conference for just a little bit. Last week I came on and asked for prayer for the conference, and it worked. We had an amazing time. The Lord showed up and He showed off as He often does. Many women came, many were encouraged to grow, challenged to change, and influenced to live as Jesus intends. As we talked about what it means to stand strong, what it means to through the eyes of Daniel, the book of the Bible in the Old Testament. And we had three lessons, the three sessions at the Stand Conference. The first session was, I will not bend. The second session, I will not bow. And the third session, I will not break. And it was all about how we stand strong in our relationship with the Lord, how we manage crises in life, how we face every day, how we just live every day as a believer in the Lord, but strong in that. We don't have to allow weariness and weakness and getting worn out from life to be what determines our stance. Those things don't have to determine our stance. They are a part of life. We will experience weakness. We will be weary. And there will be times where we're worn out. But even in the midst of that, we can still stand strong because we have a strong and mighty God. He is Almighty Jehovah, our Father in heaven, and His Son Jesus and the Holy Spirit together allow us to stand strong. Oh, we had such a great time together at the conference, and we had women from all over. We had a group of women from Canada who joined us at the Stand Conference last Saturday. Last Friday night was the book launch, where we celebrated the launching of my latest book called Stand Strong: Face-to-Face Encounters with Jesus for the Weary, the Weak, and the Worn Out. Next week, look for a special Facebook Live where I will talk only about that book, how you can get it, how you can be a part of a special moment that I'm going to be having with that. It's kind of a surprise right now, so I'm not going to give and divulge any more information on that. But if you are curious on that, you just need to look for a notification that I was live, and you'll hear all about it. It will be posted also on my personal Facebook page, as well as my author page. So I just wanted to come on and let you know what an amazing time this has been to be a part of Facebook Live and doing the verbal verbs of Jesus. Jesus has more than just these few verbs that we've talked about the past few weeks. There are many verbs. And When Jesus uses verbs, he expects them to be obeyed. And so today, as we close out here, let's do as Jesus says. Let's go and let's preach, because it is an action of Jesus that he encourages for us. I wonder how our relationship with him would change, how it would grow. Change isn't the right word. How it would grow. How would we grow more into his likeness, and how our relationship with him would go deeper if we would but preach more. That means live out and testify and witness and share the things that Jesus has done in our lives. It's been a joy to be here. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I look forward to seeing you back here next week sometime when you hear more about Stand Strong, face-to-face encounters with Jesus for the weary, the weak, and the worn out. It's a Bible study from the book of Mark, which is where this verbal verbs has been based on. Enjoy your day, and remember to live as Jesus intends.